Good morning, students. In last class, we were studied about the passive absorption of minerals. Today, we are going to talk about the active absorption of minerals. According to this, mineral element move against the concentration gradient or the electrochemical potential and metabolic energy of cell. So, ATP is used in this process, and this absorption is called active absorption. In simple way, diffusion of ions or elements by the use of metabolic energy against their electrochemical potential gradient is called active absorption of minerals, and this process needs or required metabolic energy or ATP. Following theories have been put forwarded in support of this theory. It means there are three opinions. First, carrier concept. Second, ion pump or cytochrome pump concept. Third, electrochemical gradient hypothesis. Firstly, we will talk about the carrier concept theory. This theory was proposed by Van den Honert scientist in 1937. According to this concept or theory, the part of the cell or tissue in which ions are absorbed by the use of metabolic energy is called inner space, and the area outside this is called outer space. So, the boundary or barrier, cell membrane or plasma membrane and tonoplast of vacuole between inner and outer surface is impermeable to movement of free ions. Now, according to Honert scientist, protein molecules present at the surface of membrane acts as carrier and combine on outer space with a specific ion in the soil solution and transports it across the membrane and release it in the inner space. It means this theory says that some specific carrier molecules which are made up of proteins are present in cell membrane of root cells which absorb both the ions, it means positive and negative cation and anions, and form ion carrier complex. Carrier molecules bind with ions and form ion carrier complex, and this complex is broken inside the cell membrane with the use of ATP molecules. Then the process can be explained with the help of following step. First step, carrier molecule use of ATP and become activated carrier. In second step, activated carrier molecules bind with ion carrier ion complex, and in third step, carrier ion complex minus carrier molecule plus ion. Okay. Now, second concept or theory, ion pump or cytochrome pump concept. This theory was proposed by Lundegaard and Brustrom scientists in 1933. According to this theory, there is direct relation between rate of respiration and absorption of anions, means negative ions. Anions are transported from outer surface of membranes to the inner surface by cytochrome pigments. To balance the electrochemical potential, the cation or positive ions move from outer surface to inner surface of root membrane. It means this theory assumes that anions or negative elements are taken up by expenditure of energy, whereas moment of cation is passive. Positive charge elements absorbed by passive method and negative charge element absorbed by active method. It means use of ATP. It is the membrane of root, both side, outer surface and inner side, inner surface. At outer surface, anions are present which are moved from outer surface to membrane, cytochrome pump. Further, with the help of cytochrome pump, these anions move to inner surface. It means cytochrome pump carry anions from outer surface of membrane to inner surface. This is known as active transport. But cations which have positive charge elements pass out through passive flow from outer surface to inner surface. It means anions are taken up by use of ATP and cations are taken up by passive flow. Now, last theory, electrochemical gradient hypothesis. This hypothesis was proposed by Peter Michel, scientist, in 1968. According to this hypothesis, anions are transported across the membrane due to electrochemical potential gradient which developed on the outer and inner face of the membrane. So, in this process, ATPase enzyme play important role. It means this hypothesis for negative ions which use the ATP. Now, this chapter has been completed. Now, we are going to start the next chapter, enzymes. Let's start introduction. Several biochemical reactions takes place inside the cell in the presence of very low amount of some highly active organic substances. It means सेल में जितनी भी बायोकेमिकल रिएक्शंस होती हैं वो बायोकैटलिस्ट की प्रेजेंस में होती है और बायोकैटलिस्ट की अमाउंट सेल को बहुत ही कम अमाउंट में चाहिए, वेरी लो अमाउंट नीड होती। And these substances function as biocatalyst because they are used in biological reactions, and in chemistry these are known as only catalyst and are called enzymes because due to presence of catalyst rate of reaction is high. Enzyme word is a Greek term and it literally means in yeast. En means en, zy means yeast. It means those substances which found in yeast. The branch of biochemistry which deals with the study of enzymes is known as enzymology. So enzymes are studied in the biochemistry branch of biology. Enzymes accelerate the rate of reaction by decreasing the activation energy of the reactants. What is the activation energy? The minimum amount of extra energy required by a reacting molecule to get converted into product. In other words, in simple way, the energy required to bind a substrate to an active site. And third definition of activation energy. Activation energy is the amount of energy needed to start reaction. Let's see. In this graph, it is the free energy, Gibbs energy. There is reactants which want to convert into products, but activation energy is high. This space represents the activation energy. It means it is the amount of energy needed to start reaction. In order to speed up reaction, catalysts in chemistry or biocatalysts, which are known as enzymes, are used with the reactants or substrate. Then lowering down of activation energy and rate of reaction is fast. So enzyme have this property, lowering down of activation energy. The reactions taking place in the cell which are related with synthetic activities and huge energy are called anabolic activities, and the reaction which are related with breakdown activities and release energy are called catabolic activities or catabolic reactions. So anabolic and catabolic reactions which are combined known as metabolic activities or reactions. Completed by with the help of enzymes. The existence of biological system depends on the coordinate effect of a series of complex and specific biochemical reactions which are governed by specific enzymes. It means metabolic activities, respiration, digestion, excretion without enzyme possible nahi hai. Now, there are some definitions of enzymes. First, organic compounds which are made up of protein and function as biocatalyst in living cells are called enzymes. एंजाइम्स होते हैं वो प्रोटीन नेचर के होते हैं और लिविंग सेल्स के अंदर बायोकैटलिस्ट की तरफ वर्क करते हैं, जिससे रिएक्शन की रेट हाई हो जाती है और इजीली रिएक्टेंट्स प्रोडक्ट में कन्वर्ट हो जाते हैं और फिर ये सेपरेट हो जाते हैं. In other words, enzymes are biocatalysts made up of proteins except ribozymes, because ribozymes is a RNA enzymes, part of RNA, not a protein. So it is the exception in the enzymes which increase the rate of biochemical reactions by lowering down the activation energy. अभी अपन ने ग्राफ में देखा था कि एंजाइम्स एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी को लो करते हैं और रिएक्टेंट्स को प्रोडक्ट में कन्वर्ट कर देते हैं. थर्ड डेफिनेशन, enzymes are proteinase biocatalyst. It means proteinase organic compounds which act as biocatalyst in biochemical reactions are called enzymes. Now we are going to talk about the discovery or history of enzymes. Berzelius scientist in 1835 was first to identify enzymes function as biocatalyst. It means biocatalyst word given by Berzelius. Second, enzyme term given by Kuhne scientist in 1878. It is the important point. First discovered enzyme zymase by Buchner scientist from yeast cell in 1897. It means Buchner scientist discovered that fermentation of sugar solution is brought about by crushed yeast cells and discovered zymase enzyme. Next point, the first purified and crystallized enzyme is urease, which isolated from Lobia plant by Sumner scientist in 1926. Next, proteinase nature of enzyme was suggested by Northorpe and Sumner scientist in 1930. नॉर्थोपे एंड सुमनर साइंटिस्ट ने बताया कि एंजाइम होते हैं वो प्रोटीन नेचर के होते हैं. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, जनरली एंजाइम्स आर ऑफ प्रोटीन नेचर बट सम आरएनए ऑल्सो एक्ट एज एंजाइम्स. कुछ एंजाइम्स होते हैं वो आरएनए मॉलिक्यूल से भी बनते हैं, बिकॉज अकॉर्डिंग टू सेंट्रल डोगमा DNA converted into RNA, further RNA converted into protein. Next point, first discovered non-proteinase enzyme is ribozyme. It is the part of RNA. It means from ribosomal RNA of a protozoan Tetrahymena thermophila discovered by Thomas Cake and Altman scientists. It means Thomas Cake and Altman scientists ने टेट्राहाइमिना थर्मोफिलिया के प्रोटोजोआ के राइबोसोमल आरएनए से एक एंजाइम आइसोलेट किया जिसका नाम रखा राइबोजाइम, जो कि आरएनए नेचर का ना कि प्रोटीन नेचर का। इस वजह से राइबोजाइम को नॉन प्रोटीनेस एंजाइम बताया जाता है। और राइबोजाइम की डिस्कवरी का क्रेडिट थॉमस केक एंड अल्टमान साइंटिस्ट को जाता है। देयर आर two another RNA enzymes. Second, ribonuclease enzyme, which is discovered by Altman scientists. It is obtained from 5' end of heterogeneous RNA. It means hnRNA. hnRNA formed at the time of transcription process when DNA converted into RNA. Before forming of mRNA, hnRNA is formed in this. Both exon and intron part of DNA is present. After removing intron by splicing, only expressing sequence of DNA is present. Then hnRNA convert into mRNA, and mRNA is the functional form for protein synthesis. Next, peptidal transferase enzyme discovered by Noller scientists, and it is the 23S rRNA. It means it is the subunit of rRNA 23S, which is helpful in protein synthesis. So, ribozyme, ribonuclease enzyme, peptidal transferase, these three enzymes are called as non-proteinase enzyme because these are RNA nature, not protein nature. Next, Sumner and Northrop scientists established that all enzymes are made up of proteins. So, Sumner, Northrop and Stanley scientists were in 1947 for their work related with protein nature of enzyme. Enzymes are proteinous nature. इस स्टेटमेंट के लिए सुमनर, नॉर्थरोप एंड स्टेनले साइंटिस्ट को नोबेल प्राइज दिया गया। नाउ enzymes show some similar and dissimilar character with catalyst like, because in chemistry catalysts are present and in biology biocatalysts are present for increase the rate of reaction. So there are similarities and dissimilarities between catalyst and biocatalyst enzymes. Firstly, we will talk about the similarities. Both enzymes and catalysts remain unchanged after reaction. Reaction complete होने के बाद भी enzymes and catalyst के स्ट्रक्चर में कोई चेंज नहीं आता, वो सेपरेट हो जाते हैं बिना कोई रिएक्शन में चेंज किए हुए, ना ही खुद की स्ट्रक्चर में कोई चेंज किए, नॉर्मल फॉर्म में ऑब्टेन हो जाता है। सेकेंड, सिमिलरिटी, बोथ आर रिक्वायर्ड इन स्मॉल अमाउंट फॉर रिएक्शंस। एंजाइम एंड कैटलिस्ट की अमाउंट बहुत कम होती है रिएक्शन को स्टार्ट करने के लिए। थर्ड, बोथ आर रिड्यूसिंग एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी EA ऑफ प्रोसेस। कैटलिस्ट एंड एंजाइम दोनों ही एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी को लो करते हैं, जिससे रिएक्शन की रेट हाई होती है। Now, dissimilarities between enzyme and catalyst. First, enzyme sensitive to pH and temperature, but catalyst non-sensitive to pH and temperature, because pepsin enzyme, which is the enzyme of stomach, activate on 1 to pH. Sucrase enzyme activate at 4.5 pH. Trypsin enzyme act at 8.5 pH, and salivary amylase or ptyalin enzyme activate at 6.8 pH. So enzymes are specific to pH. Enzymes are the thermosensitive and get damage at high temperature above 40 डिग्री सेल्सियस. हाई टेम्परेचर पे एंजाइम्स का डिग्रेडेशन हो जाता है. इट मीन्स ये टेम्परेचर सेंसिटिव होता है. बट कैटलिस्ट वर्क एफिशिएंसी एट हाई टेम्परेचर एंड हाई प्रेशर. कैटलिस्ट हाई टेम्परेचर एंड हाई प्रेशर पर भी वर्क कर सकते हैं. सेकेंड डिसिमिलिटी, एंजाइम्स जो स्पेसिफिक रिएक्शन are specificity, but one catalyst take part in many reactions. For example, pepsin enzyme work only in stomach, not in intestine. Trypsin enzyme work only in intestine, not in stomach. So enzyme are specific. Third, enzymes are made up of proteins, but catalysts are small molecules or mineral ions. Now, we are going to talk about the characteristics of enzymes. There are following characters of enzyme. First, all enzymes are made up of proteins, but all proteins are not enzyme. It is the very important point. सारे एंजाइम प्रोटीन नेचर के होते हैं, बट सारी प्रोटीन्स एंजाइम नहीं होती. सेकेंड, एंजाइम्स आर मैक्रोमोलिक्यूल्स ऑफ अमाइनो एसिड्स which are synthesized on ribosomes under the control of genes. As you know that enzymes are made up of proteins. Like proteins, these are synthesized by DNA, mRNA, further protein on the ribosomes. It means enzymes are synthesized through central dogma process. Third, enzymes accelerate the rate of reaction without undergoing any change in themselves. एंजाइम रिएक्शन के रेट को इंक्रीज करते हैं, बट बिना कोई चेंजेज किए हुए. एंजाइम के अंदर कोई चेंज नहीं होता, वापिस उसी स्ट्रक्चर में ये सेपरेट हो जाते हैं प्रोडक्ट बनने के बाद. मोस्ट ऑफ एंजाइम्स आर एक्टिव एट न्यूट्रल pH, इट मीन्स 7 pH, बट hydrolytic enzyme of lysosomes are activate on acidic pH because pH of lysosome is 4 to 5, and all hydrolytic enzymes are activate on 4 to 5 pH. All enzymes are tertiary and globular protein. It means it is the 3-degree structure of proteins. Primary and secondary structure of enzyme is not functional, only tertiary form is functional, and tertiary form is the folded structure of protein. Let's see. According to central dogma, genes of DNA converted into mRNA and mRNA converted into protein. So at the time of protein synthesis or enzyme formation, primary structure of protein is formed and all amino acids are bonded through peptide bond. As you know that peptide bond is a covalent bond and it is rigid. Then a straight form of amino acid is situated. Above this, active sites are present. These are pocket of enzymes where substrate is bind, but it is not functional because due to presence of covalent bond, peptide bond, substrate is not bind in this state. Covalent bond is a strong bond and to break this bond, high energy is required. Further, primary structure of protein converted into second structure. It means folded form, but it is also not functional. Further, second structure form a folded structure and this is the functional structure of enzymes and it is called tertiary structure or globular structure because tertiary structure or globular structure is the water soluble. Next point, enzymes are required in very minute amount for biochemical reactions and their catalytic power is represented by Michaelis constant which is called as Chem constant. What is the Chem constant or Michaelis Menten constant? Quantity of substrate where enzymatic velocity is half of their highest velocity. It means Chem represent quantity of substrate where enzymatic velocity is half of their highest velocity. So Chem is equal V makes highest velocity by 2. Half V makes represent the Michaelis Menten constant for reactions. When Km is less than, affinity between enzyme and substrate is high. And when Km is high, then affinity between enzyme and substrate is less. So Km is indirectly proportional to 1 upon enzyme minus substrate binding. जब Km लो होगा तो एंजाइम की सबस्ट्रेट के साथ बाइंडिंग ज़्यादा होगी और जब Km हाई होगा तो एंजाइम की सबस्ट्रेट के साथ बाइंडिंग कम होगी. तो इसका इनडायरेक्टली रिलेशनशिप होता है सबस्ट्रेट के साथ में. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ एंजाइम. Enzyme divided into two parts, simple enzyme and conjugated or hollow enzyme. Simple enzyme made up of only proteins. It means these are only protein enzyme. For example, pepsin enzyme, trypsin enzyme, papain enzyme, salivary amylase enzyme are proteinase enzyme. They are made up of only protein. Conjugated enzyme or holoenzyme. These are made up of protein and non-protein part. So they are not pure proteinase nature. Non-protein part is binded with protein part. So these are known as holoenzyme. Further, holoenzyme is divided into two parts, protein part and non-protein part. Protein part is known as apoenzyme and non-protein part is known as cofactor. Further, cofactor is divided into three parts, coenzyme, metalline and prosthetic group. Metalline are in inorganic nature, but coenzyme and prosthetic group are organic nature. Coenzyme, they are organic compound and they are loosely bound or loosely attached with protein part. It means they can easily separate from protein part after reaction. Metal ion or metal activators, when the non-protein part is of inorganic nature and loosely attached to apoenzyme. For example, iron, magnesium, zinc, molybdenum, copper, manganese are metal activators and they are loosely attached to apoenzyme, but nature is inorganic. Third, prosthetic group. When the non-protein part is an organic compound and is tightly attached or bound with the protein part or apoenzyme, then it is called prosthetic group. Prosthetic group प्रोटीन पार्ट और एपोएंजाइम के साथ टाइटली बाइंड होते हैं, एक बार बाइंड होने के बाद सेपरेट नहीं हो सकते, सो इट कैन नॉट बी इजिली सेपरेटेड. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, साइटोक्रोम एंड फ्लेवोप्रोटीन आर द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ prosthetic group. Example of coenzymes are vitamins, NAD, full form nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, NADP, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate, FMN, flavin mononucleotide, AMP, adenosine monophosphate, FAD, flavoadenine dinucleotide, and coenzyme E. So these are example of coenzymes. Now, what is the apoenzyme? The main part of holoenzyme is made up of protein part and it is called apoenzyme. Protein part of an enzyme contain one or more special site which are called active sites. So, during enzymatic activity, the substrate molecules are binded at active sites, and active sites are made up of 3 to 12 amino acids. Number of active sites in an enzyme it's vary 1 to many. So this is the flow chart of enzymes where holoenzyme and simple enzyme are divided. And holoenzyme has two main part, apoenzyme and cofactor has three part, coenzyme, metal activator or metal ions, and prosthetic group.